A voice. I could hear a voice. Someone was calling my name. I slowly woke up and turned towards the voice. Mama was standing in the darkness. She had a smile on her face that was somehow lonely and somehow sad.
ごめんなさい。もうあなたの前には現れないわ。私がそばにいたら、私はまたあなたを裏切ってしまうかもしれないから。ねえ、こんな私の身勝手な頼みを聞いてほしい。どうかシュタインズゲートを目指して。あなたが捕らえられている間に世界はひどいことになってしまった。まゆりさんも鈴葉さんも行方不明なの。
As long as you say missing and not dead, I'm going to keep hope.
私とかがりさんはあなたを助けるためにストラト4のアジトに行ったんだけど、かがりさんはそこで亡くなったわ。何人かを道連れにしてね。
That's... I know Kakari was an enemy eventually of Suzaha, but I also know she didn't want to be. And somehow learning that Kakari died off screen. Somehow I feel she deserved so much more.
レスキネン教授にだけは逃げられてしまった。
Of course she did. Damn it.
アマデウスも消されてしまった。
That's... Please tell me this is not real. Grace.
こんなのってないわよね。でも今希望はあなただけなの。お願い、あなた一人に託すなんてひどいと思うけれど、シュタインズゲートに必ずたどり着いて。
How? Without the damaging how?
それじゃあね、岡部さん。さよなら。
平城さん。あっ。
We're in the hospital? I woke up on top of blankets laid out on the floor of the hospital. Blankets. That must mean the hospital is over capacity. The roofs and even the halls outside were overflowing with wounded people. There weren't enough beds, so there were blankets placed on the floor. Where was I? I thought I was back to the Otherworld line with the war. But I wasn't. According to the news on TV, there had been a terror attack in Akihabara. A special forces group from another country had gone on a rampage, and it was like something out of a war. The incident had come to an end, and the mystery special forces unit disappeared, but many were dead or wounded after the battle. I didn't really remember how I got here. The last thing I remembered was being locked up and horribly tortured by Leskinen. My whole body ached, in fact.
それじゃあね、おかめさん。
If that is real, then Kurisu is gone. Kakari is gone. Mayuri and Susaha are missing or gone. The status of the time machine is unknown. That battle was not a terrorist attack. I think we all knew. This was for obtaining the time machine. If Susaha was somehow close to the time machine, then the only thing I can hope is that she somehow escaped. Maybe with Mayuri. That could be our only chance. Change the world line.
さよなら。
This world line is cursed.
Oh.
And then I remembered what Mao had said to me in a dream. I don't get the impression that it's a dream. Was that real? Mao had saved me? And had she managed Kagari? I put it down my pockets, I found my phone was still there. Did you see? Amadeus is gone. I tried to call Mayuri. If that dream was real, Mayuri was missing. But that was impossible. I chose this world line so that Mayuri would survive. If nothing else, it was guaranteed she would make it to 2036. She couldn't die today, in 2011.
Mayuri, 出てくれ。
But no matter how many times I called, she didn't pick up. I forced myself to stand up and leave the hospital room. I went out to the roof. Because this is still a visual novel. So we do look up at the sky. It seemed I was at the Ochanomizu hospital where Fubuki had stayed before. The morning sky was amazingly clear. I could see Akihabara in the far distance. Oh my god. To be honest, I might have missed it, but somehow I thought that the hospital would be closer to Akihabara. I know that Akihabara is, I wouldn't say small, but it's a district. There are pillars of smoke rising up. I don't even know if I read that before or not. I'm shaking. I shivered at the strange sight. Even from here I could tell how fierce the battle must have been. The world's history was proceeding as John Titor had prophesied. I tried calling Mayuri again from the roof, but nobody picked up. My next move was to call Daru out of desperation.
もしもし、おかりん。よかった、生きてた。
お前こそよく無事だったな。
It's so weird. This invokes similar response, and this totally contradicts what I've been saying about my apology 2 videos ago or so. This invokes the same reaction as the CERN attack in Steins. It's the same principle. It's the thing we all knew something like this was going to happen, but still. To wipe my nose again. Still, this hurts so much.
ラボの近くは案外静かだったんで。
今どこだ？
逃亡中。秋葉からは脱出したよ。
Good.
そうか。
フェイリスタンとルカシとは連絡取れた。二人とも避難したってさ。
Good. Good. I'm glad you're safe.
なあオカリン、鈴葉とマユシが連絡つかないんだ。
They're still missing. Like I just said, if Suzaha was somehow near the time machine when the attack happened, they must have run. Please. Like Uncle said, they can't be dead. If they're dead, everything is lost.
昨日の事件でタイムマシンも跡形もなく壊されちゃったし。
Never mind, everything is lost. This does make sense in one aspect. Now I think about it. Not tangent. Well, I think the time machines that I used was the one Daru built. The Future Gadgets of something edition, you know. But we all knew in Okuba's video, future video in Steins Gate, that one. And I really have trouble not to cry. That one was labeled Christina. I failed. Like I said, Suzaha said that Daru was the one who built her time machine. But in the video, future Okabe said that he built the time machine and named it after Kurisu. I guess this explains it. I think we must build one from the ground up. And that one is a different time machine altogether. And I'm just upset over the fact that Kurisu is gone for the second time.
鈴葉の語った未来よりも世界の動きがずっと早いよ。
It is because this is a different line than the one Suzaha came from. one Susan came from was the one, I wouldn't say dominated, but run by Russia. This world line. This one is dominated by Strat 4. It wasn't a dream after all. But it was a conscious seed said her goodbye.
なあ誰俺はさ普通に生きることすら許されないのかな。こうなることは覚悟してたさ。
So was I. It still hurts. This hurts so much.
シュタインズゲートではなく第三次世界大戦が訪れる世界線を選んだのは俺なんだ。だからって俺が生き残ってみんないなくなるなんてこんなのあんまりだろ。
But the loss of God never going to forgive me, no matter what? Was it that much of a sin to escape the wheel of fate? If it was, then why not just curse me?
僕はタイムマシン作るよ。
Yes. We must. Pokeracer. Voor Maho. Voor Kagari. Voor Mayuri. Voor Suzuha.
作るしかないだろう。これで終わりにできるかよ。オカリンはどうする？
We must fight. Smoke was still rising over Akihabara. I stared at it in shock.
俺は
The tears welled up. I fell to the ground. I didn't have the strength to stand up. I couldn't answer her question. No matter how hard you try. No matter how much work to change things. Everything converges back to the way God once said. You're wasting your time struggling against that, Daru. I'm so tired. I need to sleep a little. There's still a few years before the Third World War really begins. I think things are accelerating even now. I don't think we have years left. And there's 14 years before I die. I'll live my life averting my eyes from reality and not wasting my time with a fight that can't be won. That's the only end that's fitting for a person like me. I'm sorry, Maho. I'm sorry, Mayuri. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me for giving up here. Toggle the achievement Gana stigma. With that bastard's lashing in its face. I was looking away for a second. I missed. That's what I assumed to be the Virgin's number on the screen. Oh god, it was. I tried to breathe. My chest, mucus in my throat from crying. Oh, that was very, very hard to sit through. I'm not surprised that it ends here. Like I said, time machine is gone. Okabe's given up. I said before in the previous part that there's no way that we could get out of this. So, extra was added, CG library was added, sound library. The thing. Let's check extras. Six endings. So, just to reiterate, I have no idea how to get different endings. And I don't want to spoil myself, so obviously I'm not going to look up anything in guides. I think the moment we got captured, the moment everything went wrong, Rizzo was gone. Basically, this is the timeline, the world line where Ashkinan wins. Because everyone is just trying to get the information. I'm rambling, I'm sorry. Let's see. There are a lot of CGs. Thanks for the memories. Game. Those are all flashback CGs. Some peace and quiet. This was one ending. Now I don't know. I assume phone triggers are the key to get different endings. I will look back at this recording and see what that orange thing was that flashed on the screen at the end of the credits that I missed. Maybe it's some kind of thing I need. But I think the earliest point, possible the 30th point, I don't know. I think the point that Oguri does not realize that this world line is in fact not the same one to where we started. I think that is something he needs to realize, because when he realizes that, then he will probably find out that some other forces other than the Russians are at play. Hiccups. It's just... I knew the future was bleak in this ending, but I did not expect an ending. I was hoping to just somehow fight, make the new time machine, make the video, complete a stable time loop, so to speak. But Okabe gave up because Mayuri, which is the sole motivator, was gone. Krisu was gone. I think I'm going to do this the same way as I did with Steins Gate, which is to start the game from the beginning and just try different things, skip through the game, reply differently. It's just weird in the way that, you know, how in Steins Gate we got all those emails and we could somehow or sometimes just reply in 4 different ways to an email, and that email led to the next email. I know the chat app system in this game serves as a replacement, but it just felt like we had a lot less points where we could make a deliberate choice. So I'm not sure. I guess I just have to try and see from the beginning if things are different or if I have to just do things by trial and error. There are still a few unanswered questions I have, obviously, which is no surprise as we've already seen one of the 6 endings. The main questions are, obviously this ending is different from the one Beta Susa had told us about in Steins Gate, which means the first world line is not desirable since that's the Beta Susa has world line. Then the one in the when we shifted to the actual war is obviously not desirable because we're losing that one. And then we go to this one where either Stratfor wins, which I assume because they can just somehow extract the information using Amadeus, and shoutouts to, let's see, I don't know if I'm saying this right, Cilionele, but you said that you had the impression that Amadeus in itself was just created for the sole purpose of extracting the information from Kurisu. And that might very well be true in hindsight. So we have the Russians on one side, then we have Stratfor on the other, and I assume that, I don't know, I think Stratfor has infiltrated the US military, maybe. I know they have their own forces, but I think they are kind of like CERN from the previous game, just pulling the strings behind the scenes. Speaking of CERN, I don't even know if they're a faction in this one. I would assume so. Maybe they are usurped, but still, there's Moika in the first episode, like I said before. She's either working for CERN or she's there just as a journalist and is in fact innocent. But I'm going to stop my rambling here. I've been rambling for 10 minutes maybe. So yeah. Wow. This game is amazing. It's being great. I love the CG, by the way. Even though we all know that Leskinen is a bastard, I want my Maho and Amadeus rebellion arc. I hope that will happen somehow. I hope that somehow Kurisu can help us, because that way Okabe can maybe deal with his trauma, work through his trauma, maybe someday forgive himself. That's just what I hope. Because after all he's been through, after all we've been through, he deserves it. As always, thank you very much for watching. And until the next part,